Oh, these kind of paintings kill me. They kill me in the Airbnb game because these guys can make more money. Pretty soon, I'm gonna be launching the ugliest Airbnb in my entire portfolio. All right, maybe that's a bit harsh. Let me rephrase that. I'm launching the ugliest house in my portfolio. Well, okay, maybe we'll just say it's my least cute house. But just because the house isn't cute doesn't mean that the Airbnb can't be totally awesome. And I'm gonna tell you all about the launch of my ugliest Airbnb. But first, I gotta take care of a little problem. I have a lot of Airbnbs, probably more than you. And believe it or not, I have the same exact problem that you have with any Airbnb that you launch. And you think I would have figured out how to solve this problem by now, but truthfully, it's always a pain in the butt. And what's the problem that bridges the gap between you and me, putting us on the same playing field time and time again? Boxes. And packages, I guess. So many boxes. My wife woke me up at like 7 this morning and she goes, babe, what's with all the packages on the porch? Because we got like a ring notification from our doorbell. And yeah, if you can believe it, that's just shipment 1 of like 40. Because I have chosen, for better or for worse, to get the packages delivered here versus my Airbnb, so I don't have to deal with package thieves. Now, every time we get packages delivered here, I'm gonna have to run them over every single day. It's gonna be a fun week. This is my favorite, like, useless feature. Oh. Match cuts. So many packages. I don't know what's in these packages, but hopefully they're not that breakable. You guessed it, more packages. That took way too long to set up as a shot. Packages packed up. Now we're gonna go drop them off at the property. Whew. Just took a shower, already sweating, great. All right, was just driving to the house and check it out. Looks like my neighbor might be setting up an Airbnb too. Well, either that or they're a hoarder. Probably that. Well, it's a little smelly in here. Hopefully the smell doesn't soak into whatever's inside the boxes, but honestly, it should be fine for the next week or so. Box is delivered. I am in a full-on sweat and I'm not even focused. Oh boy, some bad news here though. You know, I'm a busy guy and I forget things sometimes, and I totally forgot. This house has termites. Yeah, that's right, termites. And I was supposed to get it scheduled way long ago because I've owned this house for a while, but I just completely forgot until this moment. Fudge. You know, that's kind of how it goes, man. I've got a few businesses, I've got a few properties, I've got students, I've got speaking engagements, content. It's kind of funny. For as like big as a machine as I have and working towards this like whole empire thing, the things I forget and the things that fall through the cracks are pretty nuts. So just know, I still make mistakes all the time. I just choose to talk about them because I like getting judged on the internet.
Can I help you?
Hi there, I wanted to get my house scheduled for fumigation. I'm working on a relatively tight schedule here. We have the Funkit team coming 1 month from now to get it all set up on the 28th. The fumigator's like, sorry, we're booked until the 28th. And then I'm going to Copenhagen for a month, so I'd really prefer to get it fumigated before I'm gone and before all my furniture is in there, truthfully. And then I was like, do you have a cancellation? And she was like, actually, yeah, May 9th. She pushed me up 2-3 weeks just because I asked. So just a friendly reminder to ask for the things you want in life, because if you don't, things just don't happen. Actually, before we go, let me show you this house. Yeah, not the best looking house, nor is it the best smelling house, that is for sure. The ozone filter right there so that I can get the smell out of this place because it smells like an old dog. Kitchen, slightly updated. We've got nice granite or quartz countertops, brand new stove, brand new fridge, but old cabinets. And the room I'm about to show you, by far the worst one. This right here is what we call Texas landlord tile. It's 12 by 12 tile. It's like mega cheap. And I've already got my first tenant here. Just look at this cute little guy. What's up, cute little guy? Hi. 1-star review. As you can tell, it is not the cutest house in existence. It's got a lot of character on the outside. The inside, bit old, lots of charm, but ultimately not like the most modern house in the portfolio. Truthfully, what I'm gonna be doing with this property is I'm gonna be completely designing the hell out of it with Funkin' Interiors, my Airbnb interior design company. And the reason I wanna do it is because the comps don't look great for this house. Comps say that this house should make 40 to 50,000, closer to the bottom end of 40,000. I'm a believer that Funkit can come in and increase revenue dramatically, and I found one comp in Houston that looks just like this house, has decent design, not as good as ours is gonna be, and it makes 70,000. I think it makes $69,000 a year. And if this place makes $69,000 a year, I'm gonna cash flow $3,000 a month after all of my expenses. I'll make $36,000 a year. That's like basically a salary. So I'm ready for Funkit to do their thing. If you're wondering about the numbers on this place, I bought it for $400,000 or $410,000. I put $40,000 into it. The design all in, backyard renovation, which I'll probably do a whole nother video on. Furniture, design fees, hot tubs, everything. I'm looking at about $75,000 a year. I put down $40,000, so I'll be all in at $110,000. So basically, if I end up getting to that $69,000 number I was telling you about, I'll end up doing about a 35% cash on cash return on this property, which is really, really great. Could not be happier with that. Okay. People mowing the yards, garbage truck. Absolute worst place to be filming a YouTube video. You know, I really can't get a break here, because I have back-to-back meetings today, and I was stepping out to grab lunch, and look what I find. So many boxes. It's literally getting out of hand. It's like that scene in the Santa Claus whenever he becomes Santa and he's like, oh yeah, and he's like kind of realizing it, and then he gets to the house and there's all these filing cabinets, and it's like basically all of the documents that show who the naughty and nice kids are. Deep cut, I know, but that's what it feels like.
You! Take that, come on! What are we supposed to do with all these packages, guys? Come on!
Here's my favorite part about moving boxes, though.
I found the remote.
What'd you say?
I found the remote.
You found the remote? Where was it?
It was under the couch.
It was under the couch. Thanks for all the free labor, honey buns. Bye. Holy moly, that is a lot of boxes. Okay, let's talk about this property and my plans for it and the data and all that good stuff. As I mentioned, it's not the cutest house, and when you start looking at my specific zip code, which I'll show you here in a second, the data's not compelling, and it's one of those properties that if I put decently nice furniture in there, I would probably gross in the $40,000 to $50,000 range. But like I said earlier in the video, probably closer to that $40,000, $43,000 range, and I'll show you what the comps look like really fast. And then I got a Bigger Pockets podcast to film right after this. So first let me go back, let me put in the exact zip code that this one is in. Let me just show you like apples to apples here, what the data says about this specific property. So this property is kind of the pseudo 2-3 bedroom. So I'm gonna put a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, and it's really like a 1-1.5. So I'm gonna put a 1 to 2 bath range here. And if you go down, the comps in this particular zip code say that we're gonna disqualify this one because it's less than 250 days, which I've already broken down how I use AirDNA in previous videos. So go check those out if you wanna know my exact comping process. But first glance, here are 2 other properties that are decent competitors to me in my exact zip code. This one makes $17,000 a year. This one makes $36,000 a year. Don't love that. Let me change the zip code really fast and change it to the zip code right over. I don't know what happened. There's a ghost in here. Oh man, I'm scared. All right, carry on. So the zip code right next door over for 3-bedroom, 2 baths, which again, mine's like a 3, 1.5. It's actually a 1.5 half. There's like a half bathroom, and then there's like a room with a toilet in it. So we'll call it a 3, 1.5. And if you actually look at some of the other comps here, 66,000 is the highest comp in this neighborhood, but it's got a ton of amenities like a foosball table, air hockey table, ping pong table. I think it's even got like a hot tub and an above ground pool. I can't really compete with that, so just right out the gate, I'm probably not gonna do 66,000 if I was designing this conventionally. Now we've got a couple of other promising comps, but you can see they start to drop off pretty bad here. 50,000, 42, not a good piece of data here. 28,000, 29,000, 43, 29. As you can imagine, I was looking through the comps and I was a little bummed, but then I came across a comp that's not super far from this, maybe 10 minutes away, and it kind of changed my perspective a little bit because this particular Airbnb is pulling in really great numbers and the design is pretty decent. So check this one out. This one is called the Hardy House Spa Oasis Retreat, and it makes $72,000. All right, it's been tracked for 310 days. It's got 132 reviews. This one looks pretty good, and when you actually open up the listing, this is not quite Funkit level, but it's pretty nice. It's a cute house. The bungalow actually looks almost identical to mine other than the fact that it's yellow. They've got, design on the inside that's not really my cup of tea, but the backyard and the amenities are kind of popping, even though I still think there's work to be done here. But one thing that's very clear to me is fire pit, hot tub, string lights, grassy, murally wall for like photographs with the neon sign, and it's a vibe. This is a great photo at golden hour. I went and I actually checked the reviews and everything. All of the reviews are all recent, great review population. And this property shows me that, oh man, it's even a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So it is basically my house, except it's got 1 less bedroom. And from a quality standpoint, it's a little nicer of a house, but truthfully, not that much. So I think if we come in and crush the interior design, I mean, just look at this photo here. This is, these kind of paintings kill me. They kill me in the Airbnb game because these guys could make more money if they just spent like, I don't know, $50 on decent art. But no, they chose to go to TJ Maxx and spend $5 on the discount art. And it kills me because they're already making more money, but they could make more money. And I want people to succeed even though they're my competitors. I want them to watch my channel and understand that I love them. They can do so much better for themselves if they just put a little bit of time and effort into the design of things. So here's where we're at with this property. We've already gotten all the mood boards, all of the furniture ordered, and man, this property is gonna look so different. And it's gonna go from being ugly to genuinely probably the cutest Airbnb I own. I mean, it'll go toe to toe against Pink Pickle, but it'll be up there. But check out these mood boards and look at how amazing Bridget and team really did on this. I mean, it's gonna be a freaking insane property. So as a reminder, comps didn't look good, but we're gonna come in, totally blow this design out the water. And if we do, and there's just chalk everywhere when you're a parent. And if we do, this property will likely make $71,000 a year, if not a little bit more. That property is in a bit of a different location than mine, but I'm in a better neighborhood, and I think I'll attract a higher dollar clientele personally. Now, I do feel a little silly investing so much money into a really small house where the data doesn't really support me, or it doesn't really have my back. But as someone who now owns an Airbnb interior design company, my philosophy is this. Instead of me going out and saying, hey, use my service, we're gonna make you more money, which I obviously believe, or else I wouldn't even be launching the service. I don't wanna be the guy that says, hey, just trust me and we're gonna make it happen for you. I wanna be a guy that walks the walk, so I am paying my company and my partners our design fee to come and prove my hypothesis that good design can trump data. Because if I'm right, you better believe I'm gonna be bragging about it to the whole world. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want an update on this property, how it's going, the numbers, I'm pretty transparent on the channel. I always update y'all on this, but if you like this type of content, especially the vlog content, which typically doesn't really do well for me, but lately it has, do me a favor, hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the little notification bell, and you'll get notified whenever I post an update about the blue house, which I don't have a name for yet. So maybe comment a name that you think I should name my little blue house. Right now I'm thinking Azulito, which is little blue. I don't know, give me your thoughts in the comments down below. Bye.